Hello? Why can't you see me? Hold on. Can you guys see me? Yes. Whoop whoop. All right. So, I guess we can say welcome. Here we go. Let me get a little more comfortable. All right, fellas. That book. All right, we got a nice little thing right here. I'll move this. Just getting situated, y'all, and then we can get the party started. Um, let's see. Yes, I vape. It's a bad habit, but you'll probably see me hit it a few times, just because I'm a little nervous. Always a little nervous when I get on camera, but I guess that's what I love about it. Kind of getting used to it, and eventually it'll take off. So, I guess kind of give you a little preface for those who are just going to come in and maybe rewind or not know what's going on. I'm just kind of doing some behind the scenes studying for Fat Roll 10, along with watching a little Pat McAfee, just having a pretty good Wednesday. I got nothing going on, so yeah, have fun. Let's enjoy. I'll put you guys right there. You guys like? Ooh, that's sketchy. Okay, yeah, we'll do that right there. You guys check out the night. You guys see the night? He's out there. He's over there chilling. But yeah, let's get into it. For Fat Roll 10, I have a good bit. I kind of have this whole sheet and this whole next sheet kind of just where it's going to be a big pod because I kind of skipped a couple weeks, but we're going to go over my parlays. I had some parlays for the Super Bowl. I went 7-9 for one of them and 8.5 for 11 of them. So I guess 9 for 11, and it's just tough. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking. Finally, a notification. We got something. We got something to take my mind off this. We'll just stay live. Why not? I've got nothing to do today. This is just free content. Maybe I'll get a clip out of it. My cat's over there sleeping, so he's probably not gonna do anything crazy. But he's looking adorable. Um, we got something. Kenny Pickett said reporters have spent more time talking about hand size than teams have in formal meetings. Um, that's funny because the media definitely makes that a bigger deal than anybody else would. Let's. Oh, hold on. And we're getting the Cam Hayward story. Let me turn this up real quick. He's talking about that last play where it looks like he clubs Herbert right in the stomach. And I know he's just tired. This is funny. Yeah. Cam was saying that he's pissed because media took it out of proportion. He didn't mean to club him. it wasn't a club. He was tired and he kind of got pushed onto him, and it was just looked bad in the cameras. And obviously they thought his offensive line thought it looked bad too. So here's that a little better, maybe. I know that sucks. My bad, guys. Oh, I know that sound is not fun. Is that better? Yes, yes, yes. We can we can hear just fine. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Hello. 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 Ah. I can't tell if that's loud or not. Yeah, that's loud. That's real loud. Okay. So we got it right here. Okay. Let's see. I'll kind of go through this new found. Let's see. Scott Bear, Chris Krim, Tori McElhaney, Mc McElhaney, Masalahani. That's what I'll go with. And I break down what Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith said in the NFL Combine pressers, and it sets us up for a busy offseason stretch. So I'm gonna click on that link. We'll take a peek. Oh, it's a podcast. So um, currently, while I'm researching for mine, so maybe I'll listen to that. We'll get something from that. Cliff Kingsbury got an extension. That's pretty big. Not really, but amid the Kyler Murray news, it's pretty big. Let's see. Kyle Rudolph. Oh, I was gonna say Kyle Rudolph retired, but he didn't retire. The Giants just cut him. Um, Not necessarily mutual, but he sent out a thing this morning, like thanking for his time playing and all this, and saying how it's been a great 11 years. So I thought he was quitting. Can't even lie, or not quitting, but retiring. That's what I mean. And let's continue down here. Let's see. Yep, this just keeps going. This just keeps going. Yeah, I guess Peter Schrager is just wearing so much makeup. It's incredible. Um, yeah, let's see. Got some NFL stuff. We're just kind of live doing our thing. I'm gonna move us back over to the other page. Um, Ooh, very crinkly paper. Yeah, little ASMR, little. That was weird. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I guess for this, I've already gotten some Olympics down. I kind of got what the USA did, how many golds, and how we stacked up. We got the Hawks push. We're gonna be talking about the Hawks a good bit because the play-in tournament's coming up, and then after that we have. Oh, I kind of talk about more NBA stuff. So yeah, it's time to get into the NHL. That is kind of what I need to get into. Need to quit dilly dally. I just got texted about how Elden Ring is going. Okay, I'm saying he asked, "How's Elden Ring going?" Because I just started playing Elden Ring, and that's the craze. All my friends are playing it. We're all playing it. Big Dungeons and Dragons fan, or not Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon Souls fans. Yeah, so that going on right now. So what I'm saying is I'm making progress, but kinda got a funny story because I rage quit, and I'll just finish this text, then I'll tell you guys the story, even though there's no guys in here. Yep, that's what I just did. 'Cause nobody's in here. Even though you can go back and watch this, maybe when I'm one famous one day, they can come look at the burp. Okay, shooter's on the move. Not sure what he's doing. What's up, dude? Coming to sniff the shoes? What's up? What's up, my dude? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He's over here just sniffing some sniff, and I lost 7,000 runes and yeah, okay. Let me finish this. Shooter, what are you doing, dude? He's being a little crackhead, bro. It's all right. Lost 7,000 4. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Jesus, he was just scratching Calvin Ridley. Is that a sign? Is Calvin Ridley gonna leave? He's also a crackhead, not Calvin, but my cat. So we'll see. Oh my god, maybe Calvin's on crack. Maybe that's what Shooter was saying was, "Hey, that's my buddy, because 'cause I'm a crackhead, and this my crackhead buddy." God, that would suck. Let's hope not. Probably not. It's probably the last thing he is, but, cats know things. And let's continue this, 130. Yep. Goodness gracious. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do the podcast. I'm just gonna do what I have, and I'll give you guys something. That way, I can have a clip. I can have something visually to upload, and yeah, we'll do it that way. But I think I'm gonna move the camera back so you guys can see the full fit, because I am dressed to the nines, baby. Let me set these down. Ooh, ooh, looking good. What? Yes, sir. Looking kind of chubby. Damn, I wish I didn't do that. Now I'm self-conscious. Whatever. Whatever. Just wait. You don't even know. Maybe we can move it back some more. Does that look cool? Let me see. Let me see what we're looking at. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm a fan. Oh, now you guys get to see the full room. And yes, I'm wearing white socks with the fly. Ooh, almost said a cuss word. Even though I've said cuss words in my videos in the past, it's all right. It's because I'm gonna do this as a podcast. So, all right, welcome to Fat Roll Sports, episode 10. Here we are, sitting in my lovely abode. Did some research. We have a few topics to go over. Um, we're gonna start with the NFL Super Bowl. Gonna go over that. I had a couple parlays going with that, and then we can move on to the Olympics, and then the little NBA talk with the Hawks push for the play-in tournament. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're gonna start it off with obviously the Super Bowl, as I said, because we can just that happened a while ago. I can just go ahead and get that out of the way. I had a Rams parlay that was a 9-leg parlay pretty much, and it was a Rams money line. Rams win by 1 to 13, double result Rams, and I won that for first half and second half. And then under 5.5 touchdowns, and Cooper Cup scored, but Mixon and Sony Michel didn't score. And then Joe Burrow was under 278, Tyler Boyd over 42.5, check. Cam Akers under 65, check. Van Jefferson over 33.5, didn't get that one either. So it was close, but not close also when it comes to a parlay. What are you looking at, shooter? He's just over here hardballing me. like he wants to kill me or something. All cats do though. They all have a secret plan to kill. Um, but I feed him too good, so he's not taking me out yet. And then my other one, I had the Bengals parlay because a good bettor always plays both sides. So I had the Bengals money line. Obviously, didn't win that one. And then over 5.5 touchdowns. Let's see. I checked that one. Bengals over 22.5. Check. Rams under 26.5. I think I also checked that one. Over 42.5. Check. Higgins over 71.5. Check. Chase over 70. Mixon over 23 receiving. Check. So also close, but not close enough when it really comes down to a parlay. And um, I had a Cup, Mixon, Michelle, and Boyd anytime touchdown, along with Boyd first touchdown, and that was a parlay. That was just a kind of throwaway one, $10, $5. Didn't hit, obviously. Boyd didn't score the touchdown. Mixon anytime and 2+ touchdowns, and then I had Michelle anytime and 2+ touchdowns, just in case it was like a run it down your mouth, boring game. Who knew? Um, I really didn't know what they were gonna do. They obviously changed the Rams obviously changed their game plan because they didn't give it to Sony Michelle at all. I'm not sure what the problem was there, but that kind of screwed up a lot of my plans. And then after that, let's get into the NFL. It was after that, yeah, after that, that was all my parlays. Kind of stumbling over myself a little bit, but all over my parlays. Didn't win a single one of them out of four. Um, but that's the name of the game. You rarely hit one a year, let alone one a game. So it's tough. One of my favorite Super Bowls I've ever watched in my lifetime, though. Betting aside, this is purely game talk. People are heated about the defensive holding call on the goal line that set up the touchdown, but it was technically like when you look at it, he did hold him. Like it did happen, but should they have called it? I don't think so. Um, but people are heated over that. But they seem to forget that there was a 75-yard touchdown off a face mask, first play of the second half. That happened. And so I I think it kind of cancels out. They're even. And then my narrative played out almost to a T, which my narrative was the Cincinnati made it to the college football playoffs. That was enough for them. But Georgia Bulldogs, they had to win it, and that was enough for them. And obviously, Cincinnati Bengals, they made it to the playoffs. That was enough for them. Or they made it to the Super Bowl in this case. That was enough for them. And then we had the Rams, but Matt Stafford, a Georgia Bulldog, who a championship was his best option. And so that was my narrative, and it played out to a T. Like I said, aside from the Rams winning by 50, I also said that. That's we'll talk about that later. So close yet so far in terms of my parlays. Repeating that as well. And then Michelle not getting any touches and Cup taking most of the TDs. I wish I would have seen that coming. Um, I almost did see it coming, but I would have had Cup as a first touchdown scorer, and that just blows parlays. So note to self and note to viewers, don't ever put a first time touchdown scorer into a parlay because it'll bust the whole thing open. First touchdown, and it's just sucks. It makes you not want to watch the rest of the game. But I watched the rest of the game, and I enjoyed the rest of the game. Um, so yeah, I guess that's my Super Bowl recap, and I loved it. Still love it. That was one of my favorite games. And we can get into the Olympics. This is a very heated topic for me, or more like a sandpaper topic, because it's just super coarse. We don't talk about it anymore. I remember being a kid, and the awe behind the Olympics was effervescent. Like we promoted the Olympics more than anything. They had brand deals. I would see them in stores. I would see them on Wheaties. There's just nobody talks about the Olympics anymore, and it's not advertised. It's not promoted. And maybe it is in some areas, but in my area, it definitely isn't. And it's also exclusively on Peacock and NBC, but that I can't stand exclusivity because it garners it means you have to pay for a service even though Peacock's free. Okay, I understand. Peacock's free, whatever. It won't be eventually. And there's still probably like a Peacock Plus that you had to pay for just to get channels that you would want to watch. So it's garbanzo beans is what I'm gonna go with. And yeah, I can't stand it. It's the same thing that Amazon Prime's doing with NFL football next year, Thursday night football. And it's stupid. I have Prime, but do I want to have Prime just to watch? That'd be unbelievable. Maybe they have that, I don't know. But yeah, let's continue. We have yeah, okay, not even continue. We're still on the Olympics. I just got sidetracked there. The USA finished with 8 golds. They tied with Sweden and the Netherlands, and we were 1 gold behind China, those commie bastards, and another 8 golds off the lead. Norway sits on top with 16 gold medals. That's a tremendous amount, and they're number 1 in medals earned total. So they raked it this year. They actually not with a P, but with a K. Raked. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the front of the teeth. Okay, and just wanted to clear the air there. And also in terms of the USA, we finished 4th in golds and 5th in total medals earned, which is a little lackluster. But we won the same events that we won some fun events, I should say. And here I need to go to my notes. We won the women's bobsled. We won gold. These are all gold that we won in. Women's bobsled, solo, and a group. And then we had men's free ski slope style. So at least we took some. And then we also had the snowboard half pipe and the 500 meter. We also got the golds in all those. So names on the way to the 4th and 5th place. Ah, dang. So at least we had. I read that wrong. See, that's why my notes are always all wonky. I do this to myself all the time. But, so at least we took some names on the way out. I guess if you have a 5 pillar podium, we still made the podium. So that's a way to look at it. And, I guess from there we can get on to our Hawks push and a little NBA talk. And, we have roughly 20 games left in the season, so probably closer to 17 now that, I'm recording this. But, let's see. So I did some recap because it's the 75th anniversary, which is, big trades, big broken records, and then we have the Hawks update. So starting with the Warriors getting Klay Thompson back, big deal. I think he was like 700 something days. Absolutely unbelievable. 941 days. Fact check. 941. That's unbelievable. And then from there, there's another one. We're live, baby. That's what's going on. And 941 days off the court, and then his splash brother Steph Curry became the all-time leader in three-pointers made. It was just a matter of time, but it did happen. And moving on, we had CP Chris Paul become the first with 20,000 points and 10,000 assists. First player to ever do that in NBA history. That's a big deal. Big mark to that's well, I shouldn't say mark, but it's definitely going to be a pretty cool plaque to have in your basement, I should say. And from there, we had Melo climb to ninth all-time scoring, and we have some surprises, starting with the Grizzlies, mostly due to Ja Morant. His effort has gotten them to 3rd in the Western Conference. That's a big deal, especially from what they were last week. Not last week, but last year. And continuing from there, we have, let me see, notes. His effort has gotten them to 3rd. Okay, yep, that happened. And then the next surprise is DeMar DeRozan. I shouldn't say a surprise because it's one of my favorite players in the league behind Kawhi. Kawhi probably is my favorite player in the league. And but DeMar DeRozan in a breakout year, of his 13th year. It's his first time with the Bulls and is averaging 28 points per game. People were saying he's about to retire. Like that was the narrative before this year, was that he was done. Was that he was a basically just a throwaway player at this point. But he's proving them wrong. And last of the news is Jokic or Embiid is winning MVP. So I guess that's more of a statement rather than a well, honestly, even more of a fact-based opinion rather than a statement. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna happen, and we can call that on the uh, NBA recap. Then we can get into a little Hawks talk. Which the Hawks talk, we were 28-30 at recording that, or at the time of writing this. But let's get into, we got some NBA Hawks. Okay, I believe we are. I don't want tickets. NBA Hawks. We'll go record. There we go. All right. So the Hawks, we are 29-32. So not much of a change, but we're still under 500. That needs to change. We're still at 10th. It's terrifying because the Wizards are one game away from tying us, and I don't know. It's terrifying. It's definitely terrifying. But we are one game behind the Hornets. So who knows? We definitely have to start winning some games. Probably going to, not probably, we're definitely going to be in the play in tournament. So that's a big deal. But once you get into that, just like I say all the time, just like if you get into the playoffs or anything like that, it's basically the restart of a season. It's a new season. Records don't matter. Um, Playoff people come play differently, and it's a fact. So, with that said, we got to kind of kick it into gear. We're in a scary spot. If we get into that 9 spot, I'm feeling a little safer. Don't mind 9. Um, Genuinely like 9 actually, and yeah, we'll call it a show at that. But yeah, this was kind of just a quick little breeze through of that, and then on my Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything that you listen to or would want to listen to me on, I do a lot better, uh, I guess, flow and talk through the podcast because I'm able to do it in increments and kind of edit things out, and all the ums and the yada 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 and the dead silence and the dead space, all that good stuff. But there it is. But yeah, so we'll call it a day at that. But please go listen to my podcast on Apple, Spotify, not Apple. I'm I'm choking this because I'm watching TV now. I'm getting a little dissociated. So, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, really anything that you listen to podcasts on, I will be there. And I hope you guys have an incredible day. And even though there's nobody here, um, there will be one day. So appreciate it. Glad I was able to kind of get comfortable on the mic. That's still kind of like new to me. I'm not used to being on camera. I'm used to being on the mic. And I'm looking at myself, it's just weird. I'm looking at myself, but there I am. And I'm looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. So it's a weird conundrum that I'm getting used to. But yeah, we'll call it a show at that. On the podcast, I'm going to be going over the MLB lockout, the NBA in full, pretty much. NHL, we're going to re-go over the Olympics. I'm going to give my Super Bowl recap, but obviously a lot more intelligent and uh, well thought out than this was. But still, I have to start doing this to kind of get used to it. And yes, I moved away from the mic. I understand sound, whatever. It is all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of whatever it is. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep giving this outro until I get it out. But I'll see you guys soon. Didn't like that one either. Thank you for listening to Fat Roll Sports Podcast. That's your host Connor, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.